Radio Bypass, bringing you rock and roll music that deserves to be heard. Discover new bands. Here's some old favorites on Radio Bypass.
Hey guys, today I'm really happy to be joined by a man that we haven't talked to in quite a few years here on Radio Bypass. I'm joined by singer-songwriter Brandon Reid Allen. How you doing, Brandon? Welcome to Radio Bypass.
Oh man, I'm so blessed to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure, dude. Glad to have you back. Last time we chatted was at a crazy time in our world because COVID was going on. So it's nice to catch up now that we don't have a shutdown world.
That was a crazy time, wasn't it?
Totally a crazy time.
Yeah, we were trying to make things move and shake, but we got through it.
Yep, exactly. And now there's more music in the world from Brandon Reid Allen. So really happy about that. You've got a new EP that you're out there trying to work right now and make people aware of. And a few weeks ago, we did play Dream of Angels on our weekly music show. And that song has been kind of the lead-off single for this new EP, featuring the one and only Gary Hoey on guitar. So I thought we'd start the conversation there. Tell us about Dreams of Angels.
Well, Dream of Angels and Gary Hoey, that was a beautiful moment. I've been knowing Gary probably, 20 years or so. He and I have done a lot of shows together, and I asked him to guest in on it because I heard, the solo in my head. Not the one he did. This man is amazing, I just heard a solo, and I asked him if he would write one, and he did. And my goodness, he killed it. He just came in and made it his own, and because I felt like it's a ballad, it's a anthem, and I really needed that in the song. And man, he delivered,
Definitely, and it's been very well received. I understand you've been getting a lot of streams on Spotify with that one.
Yeah, actually, we really have. Yeah, well, and I have to give props to my agent, and Jody. They've done a lot of hard work at it. Jody Best, which is amazing.
She sure is.
She's just absolutely amazing. And then Rachel Ryder, she's been my agent here for a while, and I can't tell you how much they've helped in this process. Because as an independent, because I was with Sony for so long, once you become an independent, it's kind of on you. Everything's on your own.
Right, you're kind of starting over.
Yeah, in a sense. So, 20 years with the label, and then all of a sudden you're just you're just starting over, like you said. So it's good to have good people in your corner that believe in you.
Yeah, definitely. I respect that a lot. Being an independent artist is not easy. There's a lot to handle. So having a good team behind you to help you out is crucial.
It's crucial, but it was a decision that I made for myself, though. Mm-hmm. I wanted my own publishing. I wanted my own copyrights. So I fought in court. I got him. I got it. I started my own label, Hobonation, LLC. All my music is coming out through there because that's my passion.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a label; it's also a nonprofit for for folks that are just struggling, man. Like, music is medicine. And to me, I don't like singing songs that just, sing.
Hmm.
You know, I'd sing what I live and like to help people with it. I've been through it, so it's a passion of mine. It's something that I really care about. Like I need to get these guys off the streets, man.
Yeah, we had talked about that last time we were together, that you had experienced that in your life and your dedication to trying to help with that. So I'm glad to see you've been able to keep that going. And I believe, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong, the last time we were together, you were trying to. I think you put out a single, maybe where you were taking the profits and putting it toward Hobonation, if I remember correctly. But either way, you're still involved with it. So tell us a little bit more about that. Like if people wanted to help out and contribute to that, where would they go?
Well, there's a GoFundMe page there um, that people could find. So basically, the concept is, hey, man, we all go through stuff in our life, right?
Right.
And can't judge us or them. And I say us because I'm one of them.
Hmm.
I've been one of them. And at the end of the day, the truth is, like, aren't we all pretty close to that in these days? I
Hmm.
think, man, life's so tough right now. I think all I need is love. So like my song, What About Love on the EP, I feel like if I can sing about love and I can bring love to people that don't normally get it, maybe God's going to say, okay, you did a good job, you know,
Hmm.
you know, like I just try to bring that. And my vision is that we can all be equal.
Hmm.
Vision for Hobonation is where I call it a hobo party, but it's not a party, but it is. It's where the homeless come and the sponsors come, and we can just be equal human beings.
Hmm.
And, uh, the fortunate and the unfortunate are together. And maybe we can sponsor one another.
Hmm.
Right? If you're a little fortunate, you sponsor that one and see it through for a while and get him on his feet. And if we could do that one person at a time, we could throw free concerts. I can bring artists out. I can show paintings, jewelry, music, in a park
Hmm.
where everybody can express themselves. It's my vision. I don't want to be the rock star everybody calls me. You
Hmm.
know,
I think that's very admirable, and putting together a show like that's a great idea if you can pull that together. I'm sure
yeah,
there'd be plenty of musicians that would be
yeah,
happy to donate their time to something like that.
sure. And who wouldn't want to? I think if a food truck wanted to pull up or a restaurant wanted to help, I mean, it's in a park, so I'm not going to spend much money,
Right.
right, on registration and stuff. And you just get all these artists together.
Hmm. Yeah,
You
no,
know,
I think that's a great idea. If I can
yeah,
If I can help you pull that together somehow, you just let me know.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I just vision you go to the radio stations and you tell them we're coming to the park,
Mhm.
and we just shut off the park, and we get all the local artists and musicians, and we just put it all towards the home.
Right.
And then you know you know how many resources there are out there that we could get with, you know, jobs, with people. I mean, I don't know. That's my vision. But
Where your heart is, yeah.
yeah, that's where my heart is. I want to, but I love the music. I love what it does for folks, and you know, that's my
Definitely. Definitely. Well, let's
yeah.
talk a little bit more about the music. On the EP, you and I talked about this a little bit before we started recording. I've always felt pretty passionate about your song "Hey Mama," and we probably discussed this song in the past, but talk a little bit about that song. What inspired you on that song?
So Hey Mama came from so sometimes like empty chair came to me in 10 minutes. 10 minutes it was written. I don't know if you heard that yet. But that was my first number one that I had.
Hmm.
And it literally came in 10 minutes. And all of a sudden it was a number one hit. I was like, oh, that's crazy. Hey Mama came over a course of actually a couple of years, believe it or not. Because, like I explained earlier, I don't write. I don't make up stuff. I write stuff that I live,
Right.
and it's just like real life stuff. It's just, you know, and it took a few years of hopping in boxcars and going through the soup lines and being on the streets. So I had been on the streets in my life uh, more than once. So I experienced all that.
Mhm.
And it took a few years to really write that song, which is, sometimes they come quick, sometimes they take years, to live through.
Right.
Yeah. So I had left Indiana to, it's a long story, but I had left Indiana. Some guy was there from LA. Come to LA, but we won the Battle of the Bands at the time. I grew up in a family band, right? We won the Battle of the Bands, and then I'll come to LA, I'll get you a record deal. And then we get to Vegas, and the band, we run out of money. They go home. I'm sleeping on rooftops, but
Oh
I'm
gosh.
from LA, man. You know,
Right.
I made it to LA and I got that deal.
That's good. Well,
Yeah,
you definitely write from the heart. That's for sure. And I know you've said that you've lived 100 lifetimes in your life.
yeah,
So clearly, all your music is your experiences, isn't it?
yeah. Everything I write is my experiences. I don't, in Nashville, they sit in a room and they make up stuff. And they make up songs.
Hmm.
And that's fine. I mean, it works. It's a machine. I get it. But I can't write about something that I don't know. You know, I don't write about trucks and tractors, and I don't know about nothing. I don't have a truck or a tractor. You know what I mean? But I mean, I could if I wanted to, I guess, if that's what you're paying me for. But I'm not. They asked me to be a staff writer at Warner one time. So I go into this, you know, it's a music room. There's 5 people there, and just bouncing ideas. And I said, I can't. You know, and no offense to them, I get it. I mean, I get what the machine is, but
Sure.
right, but no, not for me. I just write what I write. I write what I live, you know, and I think honestly, in my opinion, the way to connect to people, honestly, is how can they live what you wrote if you didn't live it?
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
I mean, you
and
could argue that, that there are good song interpreters, right? Like the music that our parents grew up with, Frank Sinatra or somebody like that, interpreting somebody else's song. But yeah, I think it's best when it comes from the person performing the song. I agree.
yeah, man, it's got to come from the heart. I think when I sing from my heart, and my soul.
Hmm.
You
Well,
know,
and that's a good segue actually to your video that's out there right now for Long Distance Lullaby, because you can see that feeling that you have, from that song. So I think that's a great transition to talking about that song. Tell us about that song, Long Distance Lullaby.
that is a heartbreaking song. Uh, it's about a man leaving his son to find his dreams and sacrifice a life that was something that seemed safe. And then you have to apologize to your son when it don't work out because you went on the road. You weren't supposed to be there 6 weeks, and it's now 6 months. So I would call him every night and sing him a lullaby. So it comes from a place in the heart that most people don't know. When you leave your child alone.
So this was your actual experience. I can see you getting emotional just even trying to talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. It's heartbreaking. I wanted to
I
be a
bet.
better person and I wanted to make a living for him better. But being away from him broke my heart every day.
Sure.
So, as you can imagine.
Yeah. Oh no, I could. I actually I can't imagine. When my child was growing up, I was able to be home every day. With her. So, I can't imagine how I would have felt if I had a job that would have forced me to, miss, like you say, 6 months or whatever. Yeah, I can. I mean, I can imagine how I would feel,
Yes.
but I would not want to go down that road if I didn't have to.
Yeah. But you got to because if you're born to be this, or what's my other choice? So
Right. No, it's a struggle. I mean, you gotta be able to put a roof over your head, right? So,
got to
um,
pay the bills.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, no wonder you. Uh, I did not realize that was a direct story for you. So I totally get that. But that video, guys, that we're talking about, you definitely should go check that out on YouTube under Brandon Reid Allen, and just check it out because it's so heartfelt. And I felt, watching it, I was like, it was like you were just, I don't know, in my living room playing that for me or something. It was very intimate, and I could tell it meant a lot to you. Now I understand more why that is.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. And the cool part was, it was a benefit for Cora. So Tyler Farr, Heidi Newfield was there, Florida Georgia line. So we all went up there because she had cancer,
Mm-hmm.
and we did this benefit for her to raise money. We raised over $100,000.
Nice.
Yeah, it was amazing, and I'm just glad it went over well. And
Good.
they appreciated it too because we all go on the road and we all sacrifice.
Now, is that song, I know it's not on the EP. Is that song available anywhere if somebody wants to get a copy of that song?
Yeah, it's on Spotify, Brandon Reid Allen, Spotify. There's a bunch of songs on there, but yeah, it's on there.
Got it. Anywhere to download it if you want a copy for yourself? Or is it only on streaming services right now?
It's only on streaming services at this point. You can go to anywhere and look it up or just Google it. It's on Apple. It's on
Amazon Music, I'm
yeah,
sure.
yeah, Spotify. Yeah, it's on there. Brandon Reid Allen Facebook. Brandon Reid Allen. I'm sure you can find it there, or just Google it. But yeah,
Gotcha. And what about the EP itself? Is there a physical form of that, or only digital?
it's digital right now. I was thinking about doing the vinyl. So, Hey Mama, uh, Dream of Angels, What About Love? Them are all strong tracks that you can find on Spotify or Amazon.
Got it. Got it. Well, we're
Yeah.
definitely going to add a tune to the end of our conversation here. But before we wrap things up, you've got this going on. When we met in the past, you were in Nashville. Now you're in North Carolina. Are you playing some live dates around there? You got any live shows coming up?
Yeah, we have some stuff going on. We're doing a veterans show in Colorado. We're doing a few local gigs. We have some stuff, and right now we're setting up a tour for first of the year.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, man, I'm excited about it. So we'll get all that going too.
Good, good. And
Yeah.
I know this is kind of a relaunch for you and doing things independently. Do you anticipate releasing more music sometime in 2026, perhaps?
Oh, definitely. I'm working on it right now.
Awesome. Awesome. Good. Love to hear more from you. Well, Brandon, I'm so glad that you're still kicking and still doing your thing. Love that you got the EP out there for people to hear, and I highly recommend everybody that, at the minimum, if you go to Spotify or Amazon Music, at the minimum, check out Long Distance Lullaby, Hey Mama, and of course, Dream of Angels. That should be your minimum, but you should really listen to it all. Because
Yeah, Shadow Man too is I had someone tell me, how can you put your whole life into 2 minutes? It's such a weird 2.5 minute song. I would suggest that too.
okay.
And don't forget Gypsy Soul.
Yeah, another good one. Another good one. Yes.
Yeah, Yeah.
Well, why don't you pick one? What should we play at the end here? What song should we feature?
What are you feeling? What about love?
What
Hey,
about?
mama. Hmm? We could do Hey Mama.
All right.
Or what about love? I
You
feel
know,
like that we talk so much about love.
so we should do that one.
What about love?
All right. I'm writing that down so I can add that.
Mama, whatever you're feeling.
Well, I like Hey Mama, and then I do think. So we'll go with What About Love, and then I think we should, even though I played it in the music show, I think we should in this at the end of this we should also include Dream of Angels because that's just such a strong track too. So,
Yeah, I got Gary too.
and it's got Gary. That's right. That's right.
I agree. I agree. And if you want to do Hey Mama, you can.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Well, everybody, we've been talking with Brandon Reid Allen. Check him out. Brandon Reid Allen on Facebook. Follow him there. You can catch live dates. I'll put some in this interview as I get them. Check out the new EP. Check them out on Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever you like to stream music. And of course, always here on Radio Bypass, we'll always be periodically including a Brandon Reid Allen song as well. But Brandon, great to catch up with you again, man. I'm glad you're doing well, and I hope you're able to put your show together for Hobonation.
Yeah, man, we're going to get Hobonation going. Also, on the off the record.
Okay, awesome. Well, we'll wrap this up and we'll talk about that real quick. So everybody, stick around right now. Thank you, Brandon Reid Allen, for being here. And stick around right now. We're going to go with Brandon's pick right now. So we're going to crank up What About Love. So turn this up just a little bit more. Thanks again, Brandon.
Thank you, my brother.
Screen door slamming, grandma standing, staring back at me. My mind's running now, I'm wondering how I got so far from where it used to be. It's been a long and winding road, but I know I'm not alone. I know the sadness, the sorrow of a new tomorrow you never seen. Empty promises, things spoken, just another broken whiskey dream. I spent a lifetime on my own. Yeah, it's all I've ever known. But I've been thinking all the people I keep seeing, man. I wonder what's on their minds. And I can't help believing, yeah, no, I'm not the only one that's bleeding out. Is there pain that saves mine? 'Cause we all laugh, we all cry. Everybody lives, everybody dies. Too many eyes, me's and mines. What about love? I pulled from my pocket a part of my heart and put it back on my sleeve. I thought I'd lost it, sitting by getting high, living on the streets. But I made my way back home. Yeah, we all get lost, you know. Again and again, beginning the end, I find myself somewhere in between. A heaven, a hell, a story to tell the truth, I'm afraid of everything. And I lie to myself, I can't ask for help. But I've been thinking, all the people I keep seeing, man, I wonder what's on their minds. And I can't help believing, yeah, no, I'm not the only one that's bleeding out. Is there a pain the same as mine? 'Cause we all laugh, we all cry, everybody lives, everybody dies. Too many eyes, me surmise. What about love? I've given forgiveness, I'm giving back what you've been gifted. I'll be your brother's keeper, lift him up when he's down, down, down. But I've been thinking, all the people I keep seeing, man, I wonder what's on their minds. And I can't help believing, yeah, no, I'm not the only one that's bleeding out. Is there a pain the same as mine? 'Cause we all laugh, we all cry, everybody lives, everybody dies. Too many eyes, me's and minds. What about love? What about love? The grandma standing staring back at me. Run my fingers through your hair, wipe the blood away from your eyes. I can see you standing there, looking in the mirror, trying to hide. Where do you go when the winding road has shown you everything? And the comments you all have gone too far, just one more song to sing. Then the one that you love changed your world above, but it's only made for two. And now it's last call, closing time, and I'm running home to you. 'Cause you make me dream of angels while I'm still awake. And you showed me there's a heaven in every breath you take. Standing in the pouring rain, thinking here we go again and wait. But you stayed steady through the storm. You know me even more than fate. And I've been in the desert all alone, nothing to call my own or lose. I was lost and found, got turned around, but I'm coming home to you. 'Cause you make me dream of angels while I'm still awake. And you showed me there's a heaven in every breath you take. And we made love just like water. Wanting nothing more. still awake, and you showed me there's a heaven, and every breath you take